Turn it on.
Akalonumpu Ivan, final year student.
I am Adita Petrina, Christ the King Junior High School, Upper East Region.
I'm Pomaxi Parkwisi, Martyrs of Uganda.
Okay.
Michael Amankwajensi, Martyrs of Uganda.
Okay.
Amankwasi Owen from Pon, ANCILLA School.
ACCRA, ANCILLA.
So you're all welcome and all the best in the contest.
Mothers 22.
So we are going to begin with the first half of the first round, the science spectrum round. So you are going to be given 8 questions, ranging from the topic. So you have biology, chemistry, physics, agricultural science. So you have 15 seconds for short answers. Then you have 20 seconds for any explanatory answers. Then you have 35 seconds for longer explanatory answers and calculations. So if you are ready with your answer, you press the bell, you hold on to the bell, and then you are called, you give your answer. If you are called and you stall, we move on to your opponent. So everyone kindly ring your bell so that we know that it's working. Christ the King. Martyrs of Uganda, they are not working. Okay. Okay. ANCILLA. ANCILLA's is not working. Christ the King. Okay. Martyrs of Uganda. ANCILLA. Okay. ANCILLA again. Okay, so it's working. ANCILLA again. Martyrs of Uganda. Then ANCILLA. Yeah, but that's how it sounds, yes. Okay. Okay. So once you press, I mean they'll see. Okay, so we have a bell judge who will deal with that. Okay. So we begin. So chemistry short answer. You have 15 seconds. Atomic number is the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. What is the atomic number of the element which has 2 electrons in its N shell?
Martyrs.
Magnesium.
Pardon?
Magnesium.
No.
12.
Pardon?
12.
No.
ANCILLA.
Calcium.
No.
Christ the King.
What's the atomic number?
20.
No, you've already.
Time up.
Didn't talk.
Okay, all right. So I asked for the atomic number, not the element. So yes, 20. No, so they don't. We should give it to them. Okay, so the next. Biology short answer. So you have 15 seconds. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants utilize carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. Green plants store excess glucose as what?
Christ the King.
Starch.
That's correct. Next question, applied science short answer. So you have 15 seconds. If a pair of cicatrices are used for pruning diseased plant parts of a plant, what farming tool will be used for cutting?
Martyrs of Uganda.
Shares.
That's correct. Now, biology short answer. You have 15 seconds. In the ecosystem, organisms that live in water are classified as aquatic.
Christ the King.
Terrestrial animals.
No,
ANCILLA.
Aquatic organisms.
no.
Martyrs of Uganda.
Arboreal animals.
Pardon?
Arboreal animals.
No. So the question was, you have organisms that live in water and they are classified as aquatic organisms. What term refers to the small microscopic plants that drift and float in water? So that's plankton. Okay, so next, chemistry short answer. You have 15 seconds. Potassium permanganate is an inorganic compound that exists as a purplish black crystalline salt compound with many uses that include being used for the synthesis of organic compounds such as ascorbic acid. What is the oxidation number of the manganese in the compound?
ANCILLA.
7. The positive 7.
Okay, that's correct. Next, physics calculation. So you have 35 seconds. If the distance between your home and your school is approximately half of a kilometer, how long will it take you to reach the school premises if you walk at a rate of 25 meters per second squared?
Christ the King.
20 seconds.
That's correct. Next question, applied science short answer. You have 15 seconds. Subsistence farming is the practice of growing crops and raising livestock sufficient for one's own use. Which type of crop will you grow in your home garden if you notice the soil was nitrogen deficient?
Martyrs of Uganda.
Legumes.
That's correct. Chemistry calculation, you have 35 seconds. An element X with atomic number 19 forms a compound with another element Y of atomic number 7. What is the chemical formula of a compound formed between these two elements?
ANCILLA.
XY.
No.
Which is K3N?
Martyrs of Uganda.
4K plus O2 will give you 2K2U.
No.
Christ the King.
K3N.
Pardon?
K3N.
No. So I won't give it to you because I gave you the elements, how they were classified. So it's X and Y. No, they said it after they had already given the first.
You said K and
What's that?
Your first answer was not X3. They didn't say X3Y. That was not the first. Yes. So that's the end of the first half. So we are moving to the second half. So you are going to engage in a short science experiment, which will be undertaken for a maximum of 10 points. You have 5 minutes to complete this. So many chemical reactions occur in our daily lives. Common examples of such reactions are burning, corrosion, cooking of food, and digestion. One important class of chemical reactions are precipitation reactions. In such reactions, 2 different soluble salts, which are in aqueous solutions, combine to form 2 products. One of these products is insoluble in the solution and is precipitated out, and is therefore referred to as the precipitate. In today's experiment, you apply your knowledge of separation of mixtures to separate the mixture of products obtained in a precipitation reaction. You are required to mix 2 soluble salts and record your observations. After that, you are required to separate the mixture obtained and present your residue to me for inspection. You are going to be given 2 test tubes, 2 beakers labeled A and B, and they each contain a soluble salt. So you have potassium iodide and then lead 2 nitrate. You are going to be given a filter paper, a funnel, and a conical flask. At the end of the experiment, you'd write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction. Are we okay? All right, so you may proceed to the table. Are you all set? Okay. Everybody ready? Your time starts now.
You have 2 minutes, 30 seconds more. Two minutes more. 30 seconds more.
Five seconds more. Ready to stop? Time out. Time out.
2 minutes break. The teachers, coaches can see your contestants. Starting from now, 2 minutes.
Okay, so when you write the balanced chemical equation, you're supposed to indicate that you had the precipitate, that is your lead iodide, which is a solid. So if you didn't indicate that, you lose a point for it. Okay. So now, at the end of the hot lab, so Christ the King had 6 points, and Martyrs of Uganda and ANCILLA had 9 points each. So Christ the King, your balanced equation was not correct. Okay. So at the end of the round, Christ the King had 12 points. Martyrs of Uganda had 15 points. And ANCILLA also had 12 points. So now to substitutions. So we have for Martyrs of Uganda, we have Michael going out and then Destiny coming in. Brittany. Oh, I heard this. Brittany, sorry, Brittany. Brittany Opokuare. Yeah, okay. You're welcome. Please introduce yourself and then we'll continue. Please, can we get set up? Oh, you don't need it. Can we get the laptops, please?
I'm Opokuari Brittany from Martyrs of Uganda.
Okay, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
So we'll get the laptop set up. I'll hand over to Triumph to continue to begin the first half, the first part of the second round. The first part of the second round.
Okay. Okay, so make sure your laptop is on. Make sure you access the Thorny IDE. It's an icon TH. That's what we've used in our training. So access it and then save a file. That's if the file has not already been saved, so that when you write a program, you can easily run it. If you are done with all that, just give me a thumbs up. So make sure your PC is on, everything is working, okay? Try the mouse, try the keyboard, just make sure everything is fine. Then open your Thorny IDE, THONNY. It's an icon, it's a TH icon on the desktop. Open it. If it's opened, you want to go to File and click Save As. Have you seen it? Okay. If it's open, you want to go to File and Save As, and then save a file on the desktop. The IDE will still be opened. The programming you are doing is in the IDE. If you are done with that, give me a thumbs up so that I see. Okay. The two schools. Martyrs, are you okay? If you are done, give me a thumbs up so that I know. Oh, thumbs up. Okay.
Martyrs, is there a problem?
Okay. Martyrs, do you have a problem? Can you talk to us?
It's still loading.
The PC is still loading. As in booting.
It's now here.
Come again?
It's now here.
Okay. Okay, sure. I don't think it's slow. Kindly check if the PC is slow. As in, move the mouse. After it's finished running, check if you are able to enter your things properly and everything. Make sure you are comfortable with it, okay? Are you guys okay? Please make sure you are okay. Are you okay? Are you sure? Do you want someone to come and check it? Since we are fine, before we begin, just a tip to all of you, okay? Because you'll be explaining or you'll be saying the code, I need to understand the reason behind it, right? So if, let's say, I ask you to write a program that displays prime numbers, okay? Give me the why of what you are doing, okay? Maybe prime numbers are this and that. Hence, we are going to write a program that can do this and this. Then we start. Then you show me what you have done, okay? So that it is not just the syntax, but also I know you understand it. Do you get what I'm saying? It gives me a full picture of what you are saying. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, so try to explain the why and the syntax as well, or what you have done. That's if you've put anything down, or what you want to communicate. And try to make sure that your communication is clear, okay? You are audible enough. I can hear you. Don't muffle your sound. Don't let it be clear. Say it 1-1, okay, so that I can hear you. Because you have just 3 minutes. Within that, if I'm telling you to come again, it doesn't help you. Okay. Okay, sure. So we are starting with Christ the King. Christ the King. Write a program to calculate the average of a list of numbers. Write a program to calculate the average of a list of numbers. Start. One minute gone.
Okay. We created a variable called numbers, and we use the input function. So numbers equal to input bracket open quotation number 1, number 2, number 3. Quotation close, and then the bracket close. Then we went to the next line to say average equal to number 1 plus number 2 plus number 3, dividing number of numbers. Then we went down to print bracket open average bracket close.
Take the dividing side again.
You said
Take the dividing part again.
after creating the variable, we came down to write print average equal to number 1 plus number 2 plus number 3, dividing number of numbers.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you one. Okay. MARTYRS. MARTYRS, let's take this question. Create a Python program that checks if a given number is even or odd. Create a Python program that checks if a given number is even or odd. Start work.
First, you create a variable, let's say a, then it's equal to, then you call on the int function, then into brackets, inputs, then another bracket, then you bring your quotes, first number, to show the user that this is where he or she is supposed to type the first number. Then the next variable, b, is equal to int, then inputs, then another bracket, quotes, second number, to also show the user that here is where the second number should be typed. Then we created a variable called c, which is equal to bracket open, then a modulus 2. Then we use the if else. Then if c is 2 equal signs 1, then the colon. Then we indented print into brackets the quotes, the number is odd. Then the next line, else, then the colon, print quote into brackets quotes, the number is even.
Okay, I'll give it to you. 3 points. ANCILLA. Let's do this. Create a Python program that counts the number of words in a given sentence. Create a Python program that counts the number of words in a given sentence. Start.
Okay, so you create a variable, then you equate it to an input statement, and as we decide to use inputs the sentence, so the user will have to type the sentence that he wants to find the number of words in. Then we decided to use the function .count. So since our variable was a, it was a.count, and we put 2 brackets there. So we printed a.count. Then it gave us the number of words in it. And since we're looking for the words, we could also use for x, and I'll show you. We use the for loop, which is for x in a print x. So it gave us a specific number. Therefore, the user could see the number of words in the sentence that he inputted, because it's iterated through each one.
Are you assuming you're using a list? Are you assuming you're using a list? There's no list in the question. You are assuming, in your answer, you are sort of assuming you are using a list. So you are iterating through the words, right? Yeah, but the question doesn't say a list. Do you want to try again? You can't hear me. Oh, I'm saying that in your answer, it sounds like you're assuming we are using a list. The question says, create a Python program that counts the number of words given in a sentence.
Yes, please.
You get me?
Yes, please. We told the person that we created the variable, which is a, and we created it to an input statement, which is inputs the sentence. So the person typed the sentence. Then we use the .count function to count the number of words in it, because the person is looking for the number of words.
I'll give you one. Time is up. It's a good attempt. when you have a sentence, the first thing you have to do is to split the sentence into words. So you have to use the dot split function. After you split it, then you use the len function to find the length. That's the number of words, basically, that's it. Okay. Christ the King. Write a Python program to calculate the sum of all even numbers from 1 to 50. Write a Python program to calculate the sum of all even numbers from 1 to 50. Start.
So you create a variable, say numbers, even numbers between 1 to 50, equal to input, bracket open, quotation mark, enter, enter all even numbers between 1 and 50, quotation close, and then your bracket. Then you come down to print, bracket open,
So you create a variable, say a, which is equal to all even numbers between 1 and 50. So then
Kindly speak up.
So you create a variable, say a, and it will be equal to all even numbers between 1 and 50. And you state numbers from 1 to 50. Then you come down.
Even numbers from 1 to 20 equal to even numbers. So even numbers.
Then you come down and type even numbers is equal to bracket opens, double quote, numbers that can be divided by 2, and the answer will be a whole number, double quote and bracket close.
I can't give you this one. Sorry. Martyrs of Uganda, your question. Create a Python program that reverses a given string. Create a Python program that reverses a given string. Start.
First, you create a variable. Maybe A is equal to, then we call on the string function. Then into brackets, the input function. Then another brackets with the quotes. Then enter string to telling the user that he or she must enter a string. Then the next line of code we'll call on the print. Then into brackets, reverse asterisk A.
Take that again. What you just said.
First, we created a variable A, and we assigned it A is equal to, then we called on the string function. Then into brackets, inputs. Then another bracket, quotes, enter string, telling the user that he or she must enter a string here. Then the next line of code, we called on print. Then into brackets, reverse asterisk A.
I'll give you one. Okay. Angela, your question. Write a Python program that generates a list of numbers from 1 to n. Write a Python program that generates a list of numbers from 1 to n. Where n is also a number, just so you know. One minute's gone.
Okay, then.
Okay. You, okay, first,
Go on.
First, you create an input variable to ask the user for any number that the user wants to input. Then you write an if statement that you use a loop that while x is less, I don't know, while x is less than 1 million.
I think I have an idea. So first you create you create the variable and assign and ask the user to input like the number which like you want the
Time up. Sorry. I really wanted you to get this, but I can't give it to you. Okay. Well done. Kindly give me 2 minutes to just go through a few things. A lot of you are confusing list functions with string functions. Most of you are using string functions where you need to use a list function, and you are using list functions where you need to use what? A string function. Lists and strings tend to behave similar because when you write a sentence, right, a string, it has items in it, that's the characters and things like that, or words, right? So there are a lot of concepts that you do on strings that you also do to what? Lists, right? Now what is happening is that a lot of you are using functions you're using for lists, for strings, and using functions you're using for what? Strings, for lists. So please, when you go back, kindly pay attention to these things so that you don't confuse the two, okay? All right.
Okay, so we come to the end of the first part of the second round. We'll move on to the second part. Please, can we have the laptops packed? Thank you. So are the contestants ready? We move on to the toss-up questions. We are going to go through 7 math problems, some of which are short work problems, and so you'll be given 15 seconds, and others long work problems, so you'll be given 35 seconds. Are you ready to start? Okay. First question, long work, so you have 35 seconds. In the university, a professorial inaugural lecture is a major academic ceremony to celebrate a colleague's appointment to professorship. It was expected that at an inaugural lecture, 150 faculty members would be attracted. The number of women in attendance would be 3/7 the number of men. Find how much it would cost a caterer to provide lunch pack for the women if one pack costs 50 Ghana cedis.
Last part of the question.
ANCILLA.
Wait. Okay. No, they said they didn't get the last part. of the question. Okay.
5,250 cedis.
No. So find out how much it will cost the caterer to provide a lunch pack for the women if one pack costs 50 Ghana cedis.
Time.
So it's 2,250 Ghana cedis. Next question, long work. So you have 35 seconds. When quantities are not of the same value, they are said to be unequal. In mathematics, unequal expressions are called inequality, and they are expressed using inequality symbols like greater than and then less than. Jonathan wants to send a carton of a tin of milk to Jacob through a courier service. The carton cannot exceed a mass of 5.1 kilograms. If each tin of milk has a mass of 170 grams, what is the maximum number of milk she can send?
ANCILLA.
30.
That's correct. Next question, short answer. So you have 15 seconds. In the process of division, values or items are shared or splitted into...
Madam, sorry, please, we didn't hear the first part. Your voice wasn't audible, please.
In the process of division, values or items are shared or splitted into equal size groups. The items or values shared are called dividends, and the number of groups they are shared into are called divisors, while the number of items per each group are called quotients. Isaac was building a tree hut. He had a large plank of wood that he needed to cut into 3 pieces. The piece of wood was 13.5 meters long. How long would each piece be after cutting?
ANCILLA.
4.5.
Unit.
4.5 kilograms. 4.5. What?
Time.
4.5
Time.
grams.
MARTYRS of Uganda rang at the same time. So,
Okay, so I will just give it to you. So, I mean, it's meters. I asked for length, so it's meters. Okay, so when I read the question, the piece of wood was 13.5 meters. I just needed them to add the meters. There was no other unit there, so I'm giving it to them because it's still 4.5 meters. Next question, long answer, so you have 35 seconds. The duration of time spent in class, the amount of money spent on food, the volume of water used in cooking, and the distance from your house to school, all of these can be written as fractions. And this is what shows the importance of fractions in our day-to-day activities. So you have a city park being 9.25 kilometers from St. Andrew's JHS. The city library, which is between the park and the St. Andrew JHS, is 3.5 kilometers from the school. How much further from the school is the park from the library?
ANCILLA.
3 whole number 1/4.
No.
MARTYRS.
12. 12, whole number 3 out of 4.
No.
Christ the King.
2.25.
Pardon?
2.25.
No. So it's 23 over 4 kilometers, or 5 whole number 3 over 4 kilometers. We move to the next question. Short answer. Volume is the measure of the capacity that a three-dimensional object can hold. Three-dimensional objects like cubes, cuboids, cylinders, cones, all have capacities to hold volumes of substances. A cylindrical barrel of base area 22 meters squared is 5 meters high. What volume of water will occupy half the barrel?
ANCILLA.
55. 55 centimeters cube.
No.
55 meters cube.
That's correct. So it's correct. 55 meter cube. Ah. So the answer was correct. The unit was what was wrong on the first attempt. They corrected the unit on the second attempt. It was still within the time, so I gave them the opportunity to correct the answer.
Wow, for the very. Are you okay? Please, I beg you. I'm being sincere. I beg.
Okay, so one attempt, you don't get it. So like I keep saying, we are here to learn. So if I ask for volume, you know that it comes with a unit. So you would have to mention the unit. It's not just about working out the problem, but also giving us the unit. So please listen to the question correctly so that now when you have to mention the answer, you are still giving the units correctly. So next question, long answer, you have 35 seconds. Area is the space or region covered by a two-dimensional figure. It is measured in squared units. A rectangular shaped compound of length 200 meters and width 150 meters has a square shaped swimming pool of length 80 meters at its center. What is the total area of the compound without the swimming pool?
ANCILLA.
23,600 meters squared.
That's correct. So short answer. To the last question. Short answer, 15 seconds. Division is a mathematical operation which involves the sharing of an amount into equal size groups. A dozen is a group of 12 objects or numbers. How many dozens of drinks can be packed into an ice chest that can hold 180 drinks?
ANCILLA.
15 dozens.
That's correct. And with that, we come to the end of the second part. We move to the third part. So Christ the King, we start. So this is the rapid fire segment. You have 60 seconds to answer 8 questions. If you have the answer, you can interrupt me and give me the answer. Once I'm done reading the question, you do not go back to give me the answer till I'm done reading all the 8 questions, and then you can mention the question number and then give me the answers. Okay. So you can turn your sheet. And your time starts now. Simplify 3 over 2 minus 24 over 16.
Pass.
9 is what percentage of 3?
300%.
That's correct. Find P if 10 to the power P is equal to 10,000.
P is 4.
That's correct. How many prime numbers exist between 0 and 10?
4.
That's correct. Convert 168 hours to days.
Pass.
Simplify minus 4 minus into brackets minus 6 minus 7 bracket close plus 5.
-22.
No.
-22.
No. Divide a raised to the power 2 b to the power 5 by a to the power minus 2b.
Pass.
The mean of the numbers.
Time up.
So 3 out of 8. Martyrs of Uganda, are you ready? You can turn your sheet. Your time starts now. Find y if 5 raised to the power y is equal to 125.
3.
That's correct. Divide 81 by 3 to the power 3.
9.
No.
Next.
The mean of the numbers 25, 10, 0, 10, and 15 is?
Next.
Convert 2 hours to seconds.
7,200.
That's correct. What percentage of 2 is 8?
25.
No. Simplify 8 over 2 plus 30 over 6.
9.
That's correct. Add up all the prime factors of 6.
5.
That's correct. Simplify minus 3 minus into bracket 6 plus 9 bracket close minus 5.
Negative 23.
That's correct.
Time up.
Okay, so 5 out of 8. So I said Christ the King had 3 over 8. So Ancilla, same rules apply. You may turn your sheet. So your time starts now. Add up all prime factors of 17.
18.
No.
Pass.
Convert 5 hours to minutes.
300 minutes.
That's correct. Simplify minus 4 times into bracket 6.
Negative 33.
That's correct. 15 is what percentage of... Pardon?
20.
No.
Pass.
Find A if 2 to the power A is equal to 64.
6.
That's correct. Simplify 5 over 7 plus 3 over 14.
13 over 40.
That's correct. Divide 500 by 5 to the power 3.
2.
No.
4.
That's correct. The mean of the numbers 0, 10, 0, 30, and 15 is
11.
That's correct.
Please, Ade, please can you move on? Continue.
No, so that's the end of the question. So now you can go back to the ones you haven't answered.
Time up.
Okay, so 6 out of 8. So with that, we come to the end of round 2. So Martyrs had 5 out of 8, and then Angela had 6 out of 8.
Please, question 4 answer. The answer for question 4, please.
15 is what percentage of 3? Not the other way around. What did you say?
20.
No, so that is the other way around. So then you are saying that 3 is what percentage of 15. But the question is 15 is what percentage of 3? Do you understand? So please, the coaches, you have 2 minutes. You can come up.
Coaches, you have 2 minutes.
Uganda. Brittany is going out, and we have Emanuela coming in. And for ANCILLA, both going out, and coming in are John Kwashi and Nana Kwame. So thank you very much.
ANCILLA, those who are going, their names. Is it John? John and what? Both of them.
So can the substitutes please introduce themselves?
Emanuela Asari.
Please speak up.
Asari Afua Emanuela. Martyrs of Uganda RC.
Okay. Please introduce yourselves.
Adodan Kwanana Kwame Enim ANCILLA School.
Kwashi John, ANCILLA School.
Right on the list, right on
We are moving around. So in this third round, you have 4 categories: Black Scientists, True or False, Riddles, and Tech Bites.
Hello, hello.
So at the end of the second round, Christ the King had 4 points. Martyrs of Uganda had 9 points. And ANCILLA had 19 points. Contestants, how are you doing? How is it so far? Christ the King.
We are feeling fine.
Are you sure? We can't hear you.
We are feeling fine.
You are fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Martyrs of Uganda. Hey, is it working?
We hope for the best.
Hope for the best. Okay, Angela.
We hope for the best too.
You also hope for the best. Okay. So everybody's calm. Or you're all anxious. Like I told the first group, you coming this far alone is a great feat. So this is just a competition. It does not say anything about who you are or what you become. This doesn't change anything. So just do your best, and like you're saying, be hopeful, and everyone will be fine. Till I see that you're calm, we'll not move on. Okay. Okay, so for clarity, are your bells working? Are the buzzers working? Okay, so they are working. The microphones are also working. Your microphones are working, so we can start. Okay. So now to the third round, you have 4 categories. Black scientists, true or false, tech bites, and riddles. You have 3 sets of questions each. When you have the answer, you press the bell, you are called before you give the answer. For the true or false questions, if you give a wrong answer, you get a negative score. For the riddles, if you answer the question on the first clue, you get 3 points. On the second clue, you get 2 points. And on the first clue, you get 1 point. So Christ the King.
Riddles.
Riddles. Okay. First clue. I am a monoatomic stable gaseous molecule. Second clue. I belong to group 0 on the periodic table.
ANCILLA.
Hydrogen.
No.
MARTYRS.
Helium.
No. So I belong to group 0 on the periodic table and can be found as the 3rd most abundant gas in the atmosphere.
Christ the King.
Carbon.
No. So third clue. So it's done. So it's argon. Okay, so Christ the King, you're next.
Riddles.
Riddles. I am a non-linear equation that yields a U-shape or a parabola when graphed. Second clue. When people work with me, one of the common things they do is to solve me, which means to find the points on a coordinate grid where the graphed equation crosses the x-axis or the horizontal axis. Third clue. I can be factored to yield 2 different equations. Fourth clue.
ANCILLA.
Quadratic equation.
That's correct. So 1 point. 1 point. So ANCILLA, your category?
Black scientist.
Black scientist. I was originally planning to be a nurse. I found myself so interested in chemistry that I just didn't want to part from it.
ANCILLA.
Alma Levantadin.
That's correct. Your category?
Black scientist.
Black scientist. I studied at St. Monica's Senior High School.
MARTYRS.
Abba Andam.
No.
Christ the King.
Yeah, in Tiamobedu.
That's correct. So Christ the King, your category?
Black scientist.
Black scientist. So to the last black scientist. I am a Ghanaian scientist. Collins Obwa, another scientist from
ANCILLA.
Prince Lakoli Biamanti.
No. So another scientist from the University of Ghana and I were the 2 scientists selected to attend the Nobel laureate meeting in 2017. In 2021, I was among 5 women recipients in developing...
Christ the King.
Priscilla Kolibiamante.
No. So I received the 2022 Africa Role Model Overall Female Personality Award and was inducted as a fellow of the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences the same year.
MARTYRS.
Sylvia Annie.
No. So it's Mariana Santua in Cancer. Okay, so who gave the black scientist? It was Christ the King or ANCILLA? Okay, so ANCILLA, your category.
No, it was Christ the King. It was Christ the King.
I can't hear you.
It was Christ the King.
Christ the King, your category.
Riddles.
Riddles. So to the last riddle. I am the second non-unitary square prime of the form p squared and the first that is odd. I am the sum of the cubes of the first two non-zero prime integers. So that's the second clue.
ANCILLA.
9.
That's correct. So they get 2 points. So ANCILLA, your category.
True or false? True or false?
True or false? The diameter of a bamboo flute is measured using the vernier caliper. True or
MARTYRS.
True.
That's correct. So MARTYRS, your category.
True or false?
True or false? The SI unit of frequency is hertz.
MARTYRS.
True.
That's correct. Your category.
True or false?
So to the last, true or false? The length of the arc of a quadrant of radius 7 centimeters is 77.
MARTYRS.
True.
No. Okay. So MARTYRS, now we are, okay, I mean, we are left with the tech bites now.
It's left to take bites, right?
Okay, so tech bites. This function generates a sequence of numbers often used in loops.
ANCILLA.
I'm not sure.
Time out.
4.
No. Did anybody else press?
Pardon?
So I said that this function generates a sequence of numbers often used in loops. What is it?
4.
No, you've already exhausted. So any of the other two schools, if time is not up.
Time out.
Okay. Time. Time up. Okay, so range. So next tech bite. I am an exception handling keyword in Python. What am I?
ANCILLA.
Try, accept. Try and accept.
Okay, so that's correct. Okay, so now to the final tech bite. I am a placeholder statement in Python. What am I?
ANCILLA.
Pass.
That's correct. And that brings us to the end of the third round.
The black scientist. The black scientist was.
So at the end of the third round, Christ the King had 3 points. Oh, please put your hands together for them. Martyrs of Uganda had 5 points. 5 points. And ANCILLA had 12 points.
What's the man saying? So at the end of the contest, Christ the King had 19 points. Martyrs of Uganda had 29 points. And ANCILLA had 43 points. And with that, ANCILLA progresses to the finals. Congratulations to all the schools. And we are moving to the next contest. So you may take your seats. Thank you.
The next contest, we are calling the coaches to come right up. The next contest, the coaches of the schools involved kindly